Hey, we're live, pal.
We're live, pal?
We
Us?
are.
Hello, everyone. Oh, we're live. Okay, right. My face is probably on screen or is about to be on screen right now. What's going on, everybody? That was the voice of the great Jose Youngs. This is the voice and face of Alexander Kayla. I guess maybe you can't quite see me yet, but we are here. Well, Jose is there in Salt Lake City, beautiful Salt Lake City, for UFC 307. The official weigh-ins going down now. We've got 2 title fights. We got a bunch of veteran names. People are very excited to see a lot of familiar faces. So interesting to see how this one's going to go down, guys, because we should let people know they are, as Jose has put it, they are encouraging fighters to show up in the first hour. They want everyone to show up in the first hour, with the second hour to be reserved for anyone who, maybe missed weight or came in like a little bit heavy. We saw used to. So technically, guys, there is still a 2-hour window, but I believe if everything goes according to the UFC's plan, you will see the majority of the fighters within the first hour. We usually see the majority in the first half an hour anyway. But yes, we'll be interested to see how tightly the fighters and the commission adhere to the somewhat restructured weigh-ins that we have now. So what's up, everyone? We will begin shortly, and we'll try to provide a graphic of some sort when we can. Bear with us, guys. There's some Wi-Fi and hotspot difficulties going on. Jose has been keeping our streams together with duct tape for much of the week, and you guys should give him a big thanks. Buy him a drink if you see him the next time he's in your town.
Are you talking about me?
Jose, was that to me or was that to the world? Or was that to your best friend Oscar?
That was to you. No, Oscar's standing next to me.
Oh,
he's ready for his
he's
ready for his big fist fight coming up.
Okay.
He's got no time for silly MMA chat.
Oh my! When is that again?
Gloves. Who needs gloves? That's what Oscar Willis says.
When is that?
When is your fight?
Protections for losing.
When is Oscar
what's the actual
going
date?
to beat the
12th.
Holy hell out of Ben Davis?
Next Saturday, the 12th.
Whoa. Peter Biev's fighting and Oscar Willis is fighting.
So you're fighting the same weekend as Peter Biev,
frankly, but that's just me.
It's gonna be a choice.
All right, chat. Who is first? Who will we see first?
I don't see anybody, but Anik is standing on site with a
now.
wonderful.
All right, thank you for being here for the official weigh-in for UFC 307, Pereira versus Rountree Jr. live tomorrow night on pay-per-view, and we begin our official weigh-in with one of the gentlemen around whom this fight card was built, the 8th-ranked UFC light heavyweight contender, first-time title challenger Khalil Rountree Jr. $205, the official weight for Khalil Rountree Jr. All right, next fighter to the scale, charged with kicking off the pay-per-view main card, the number 3 ranked UFC bantamweight contender, 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist, Kayla Harrison.
Oofa.
136, the official weight for Kayla Harrison.
$136. It's not championship weight, but she doesn't need that.
The co-main event, the former undisputed bantamweight champion, and now the number 1 contender, the Venezuelan vixen, Julianna Pennington. 134.5, the official weight for Julianna Peña. All right, next fighter to the stage, competing in a prelim in the lightweight division, the grade A, Alexander Hernandez. £156, the official weight for Alexander Hernandez. All right, next athlete to the scale, weighing in for the final time as a UFC fighter, the former two-time UFC strawweight champion, Carla Esparza. $115.5, the official weight for Cookie Monster, Carla Esparza. All right, next fighter to hit the scale, representing the great state of Utah, the Crusher, Court McGee. $170, the official weight for Court McGee. All right, next fighter to the scale just so happens to be his opponent in that welterweight prelim, the Dirty Bird, Tim Means. £171 for Tim Means. All right, staying in the welterweight division now as we welcome one half of the featured prelim live on ESPN News, the number 11 ranked contender, New Manchester, Joaquin Buckley. $170.5, the official weight for New Manchester, Joaquin Buckley. All right, next athlete up, the number 6 ranked UFC strawweight contender, Marina Rodriguez. $115.5 for Marina Rodriguez. All right, next fighter up, competing in a prelim in the strawweight division, the Tiny Tornado, Tisha Pennington. $115, the official weight for Tisha Pennington. All right, moving on now to the light heavyweight division as we welcome Ryan Superman Spann. $205.5, the official weight for Ryan Spann. All right, next fighter to the scale, set to make the first defense of her undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship, Raquel Rocky Pennington. 135, the official weight for the champ, Raquel Pennington, and with that, your co-headliner UFC 307 is official. All right, next fighter to weigh in this morning, the number 14 ranked strawweight in the world, Iasmin Lucindo. $116, the official weight for Iasmin Lucindo. All right, next fighter to hit the scale competing in a prelim at middleweight, Ihor Potieria.
What? No. It's a lot of ink.
185.5, the official weight for the duelist, Ihor Potieria. All right, next man up competing in a lightweight prelim, Austin Thud Hubbard. $156, the official weight for Austin Hubbard. All right, next man up competing live on pay-per-view in the middleweight division. He is also the number 15 ranked UFC welterweight contender, Kevin Trailblazer Holland. $185.5, the official weight for the wildly popular Kevin Holland. All right, next fighter to the scale, also competing live on pay-per-view in the bantamweight division, the number 11 ranked contender, Mario Bautista. $136, the official weight for Mario Bautista. All right, staying on pay-per-view now in the middleweight division as we welcome the number 10 ranked contender out of Georgia, Roman Dolidze. $185.5, the official weight for the budding contender, Roman Dolidze. All right, next man up, competing in the featured prelim in the welterweight division, former two-time world title challenger, the number 9 ranked contender, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. $171, the official weight for Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
I think we got our first break, AK.
All right. Good to know, guys. Sorry, I apologize, or maybe I should say you're welcome, guys, I was shutting my yap there for that opening run of weigh-ins. Didn't want to talk over anything interesting happening. John and Anna had you guys covered, but in case you could, I thought the audio was pretty clear. In case by some chance you missed any of those, I'll give you a quick recap in a moment, but we'll just say our co-main event is official with the champion, Raquel Pennington, coming in 135. Julianna Peña looking to reclaim the belt, 134.5. And we have one half of our main event, Khalil Rountree coming in championship weight, 205 pounds. We're still waiting for Alex Pereira. Not surprising. Again, I don't think anyone's worried about him making weight. 205 is pretty comfortable for him. But yeah, he is taking his time. Other than that, we have had actually a handful of fights become official. So guys, let me whip up a graphic for you, which I'm sure as soon as I'm finished will be obsolete as soon as it goes up on the screen, because that is how things work when
We will.
when
It
Jose
might
and
not
I
go up
are
right away because
trying
we are
to,
also
trying to keep things
blasting out.
organized.
You're also blasting out a bunch of clips, okay? So it might not go up right away.
So there you go, guys. If you missed any of the big weigh-ins, again, so we saw Khalil Rountree, we saw Raquel Pennington, we saw Julianna Peña, we saw Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison also made weight 136, so not championship weight, but that doesn't matter right now. She doesn't need to make championship weight. She is, this is a theoretical number one contenders bout. When she has to cut that extra pound, well, we will cross that bridge when we come to it. I do want to check again if she, in her UFC debut, if I recall, I'm not even going to guess. For her fight with Holly Holm, she weighed in at 136. Again, okay, so she has not made 135 yet. I'm sure as you guys all remember, she was the lightweight champion in PFL, made 155 several times. She fought at 145 once for Invicta. And but in the UFC, of course, she is striving to become bantamweight champion. Had to drop all the way down to 135 for a title fight. Right now, she's used the 1 pound allowance on both occasions.
We're getting movement.
Fine, nothing
We're
wrong
getting
with that.
movement.
But should she defeat Ketlen Vieira and earn a title shot, yep, she will need to make 135 or less.
Getting a bit of movement, AK.
All
right. Remember, people, check our socials for those any weigh-ins you might have missed. Jose is firing those up on IG and Twitter.
UFC Women's Bantamweight contender Ketlen Vieira. $136, the official weight for Ketlen Vieira.
Fran Drescher.
Hmm.
Timothy Chalamet. What a fucking name. He said Hollywood's dead.
That was 136 for Ketlen Vieira, guys. Needing the box of redemption. She did successfully make. Again, as you were saying, her opponent, Kayla Harrison, also 136. That fight is official. And again, guys, if you missed Kayla Harrison, if you missed Raquel Pennington, Julianna Peña, or Khalil Rountree Jr., Jose will be throwing those weigh-ins up on our socials, Twitter and Instagram and YouTube eventually. YouTube Shorts probably. What else do you kids use these days? TikTok? Are we TikToking? Either way, guys. You know MMAfighting.com. You know where our socials are. Check those out. Jose's got you covered. And we have a little bit of time later. We will replay those weigh-ins on the stream as well. But so far, guys, no misses. Again, a couple of people may be looking a little on the scale. We will do our best. Jose, that is all we can do. As Americans, that is all we can do. So
that's true.
Thank you, Jose. I'm just typing out the weigh-ins right now. Yeah, it's true. That's how I live my life. I used to live in Massachusetts, and
you did?
As much as I talk crap about it, it was a great time. It's more of the people who come from It's really more the people that come from Massachusetts and the New England area that I think I have a problem with. But
sure,
But the place itself is quite lovely. I'm just trying to see, guys. Who are we still waiting on? Of course, we're waiting on Alex Pereira. We are waiting on Jose Aldo. We are waiting on Cesar Almeida. A lot of Brazilians. There's a Brazilian guys having a party, and I wasn't invited, or Jose wasn't invited, because it's not much of a party then, if you ask me. So we got Ihor Potieria. He did come in 185.5. Austin Hubbard, Alexander, and Hernandez both came in 156. That fight's going on. We're waiting on OSP, Ovince and Preux, another veteran. Again, very likely just taking his time. Though, if I recall correctly, OSP did have a little bit of trouble with the scale once upon a time. He came in. Where am I looking? Once upon a time, quite a long time ago, for his fight with Jamal Hill. Wow, I forgot this fight even happened. December 2020, St. Preux, 1.5 pounds over the limit. But that was a long time ago. Let us not dwell on it. Just trying to see, guys, who else we got here. Carla Esparza, for her last fight, successfully weighed in 115.5. The future Hall of Famer. Yes, I said it. The future Hall of Famer. You win 2 UFC titles. Guess what, guys? You are getting into the Hall of Fame. Maybe not always producing fight of the night contenders when she went out there, but Carla Esparza was a grinder. Carla Esparza was a winner, and yes, Carla Esparza was a UFC champion. Great career. Happy trails to her. She is starting a family. She has started a family, I should say. She had her first child, and I think I would like to speak for the MMA community and say congratulations to her and her partner, and wish again there was nothing but the best.
I think
Last
her son's
September,
name is
so
Donovan.
about a year ago, she gave birth.
I think her son's name is Donovan.
His son's name, more than I know, brother. More than I know, brother. But to Esparza and the Esparza family, congratulations. And again, we got to wish nothing but the best, guys. Again, people can poke fun at the Rose Namajunas rematch and whatever. Her, grinding out wins. Like I said, not always being the most exciting fighter, but she is absolutely a pioneer of this modern era of women's MMA. And she deserves a ton of respect. She had a lot of success. And probably should have been fighting 105 pounds if that was a thing in North America. We don't really push atom weights outside of Invicta, of course. Don't really push atom weights that much. That's probably what Carla could have competed in, but didn't do too bad at 115. I'll tell you, didn't do too bad at 115. Someone asking, are you there in Salt Lake? I wish I was. Jose is. I wish I was. Shout outs to Christian and Amy, my peeps in Salt Lake City. Shout outs to Cesar Luis and Sarah, my peoples in Ogden, beautiful Ogden, Utah. Got a lot of family, and the rest of my family I have there. I'm a big Salt Lake City guy, big fan, and hopefully I can go visit sometime, even if it's not for work. Scott, AK, do you have any grudges against Carla for how she treated your Canadian girl Ronda? That was ruthless. No, I mean, come on, guys. I'm never gonna hold grudges against fighters for winning fights. I say that now, and I'm probably forgetting an incident where I freaked out over a fighter I liked or a Canadian losing. But guys, listen, I hate to say it, I'm used to Canadians not having great success in MMA. If any of you guys have been watching Contender Series this season, I believe Canadians are 0 for 4 or 0 for 5 on the show. I want to shout him out now. I'm sorry, his name escapes me. They'll be fighting, I don't know if it's next week or the last week. Let me see, guys. This is called not being prepared, people. Mohamed Adu. 5-0, very young guy, very young in his career. I believe he's the favorite going into his fight. This will be week 10 of Contender Series, so I believe the very last episode. But so was, who was the poor woman who got knocked out by a vicious one-shot KO by Unazi Dubin? What's her name? O'Connor. People, you're smarter than me. Who was this poor woman who was like a massive favorite going to her fight and just got one shot crack? Shannon Clark. Sorry, apologies to Shannon. I did not. She'll be back. Shannon Clark will be back. But boy, we really, I'll tell you up here, we really thought she was going to just earn that contract and we'd see her in the UFC Octagon soon. So, hey, a little more work to do. No shame in that. This business is all about getting back up, right, guys? Right? You guys agree with me? Oh, Scott reminded me, Ronda actually won the fight. It was just how they was the in with, and I would have remembered. Yes, there was quite a nasty clique of characters on the Ultimate Fighter that season. Though I do think they were playing it up. I do think they were playing it up, and I do think it is the consequences of just putting these people in that boiling pot that is the Ultimate Firehouse. So I won't hold it against them. I have a lot of respect for all those people involved: Felice Herrick, Carlos Barza, Ronda Marcos. Tough never die, guys. If you didn't watch that season, guys, that was a really good season. Watch that season of the Ultimate Fighter.
I actually did
the one
watch
that
that
crowned the first ever UFC strawweight champion. It was a great season. It was a great season, and it's crazy to look back and see like how Esparza just handled Rose in the final. Like it wasn't close, just dominated her. And then the bizarre second fight. Anyway, because we want to remind people, this is the new sort of revised weigh-in rules, which means most fighters are being encouraged to show up within the first hour. And then if they miss in the first hour, they can use the second hour for their second attempt on the scale. Again, I don't know how strictly they are adhering to this, but that is the plan. They want everyone to show up in the first hour. We are just missing Alex Pereira, Jose Aldo, Cesar Almeida, and Ovince Preux. So other than that, we have the majority of the card. Has all successfully weighed in, guys. No one has missed. Only Ketlen Vieira needed the box of redemption, and she made it. So no issue.
No.
You might pick that up.
Probably.
Main event.
They can smell it.
Who is winning the main event? Let's throw this poll up there, guys. Feel free to vote in the poll. Feel free to comment.
No.
I know that Alex Pereira will win this poll. I'm just curious how heavily he's going to win this poll. Are we going to end up 70-30 here in the vote? I think most of us are giving Khalil Rountree some chance. I mean, the Glory Killer narrative is certainly out there. He absolutely has one-shot knockout potential. It's not as if him going up against Pereira is some mismatch in terms of power. Rountree has some incredible knockouts on his resume. Now, can he catch Pereira with one of those shots? I don't know, but I really think this fight is closer than people think. I think it'll end emphatically. I think however it goes, it's going to end in a highlight reel knock. But I think up to that point, it's going to be like competitive, and then someone's going to catch somebody, and we're going to get a body. So I'll give you guys my prediction right now. I'm going Poatan, of course. Second round knockout. I think we see a later finish. Do we think one of these guys just comes out guns blazing and smokes the other one? Let me look at your comments here.
There you go. Okay.
So we got Pereira right now so far, 79%. 79%. All right, guys, there you go. There's a little graphic on screen there. Yep. Yes.
So professional.
Jose.
So professional.
How are you?
I was just trying to give you a heads up so you could read the weights off.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to. I want to see what people have to say about them. I should do it before one of these guys.
That's what I'm saying. Remember last time we did this? Every time you tried to do a rain dance, something would pop up.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's how the rain dance works, though. The whole.
Correct.
So I'm actually not going to do it because I don't want a fire to come out just yet.
That's true.
I just want to make sure I have all my ducks in order here. Yeah. I want a little room to breathe. Give you time to grab a muffin or something, Jose. Grab a Salt Lake City muffin.
I'm not a big muffin guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's take a poll. What's your favorite
What
muffin?
a cupcake? Same thing. Same. Not the same thing,
English
but
muffin.
same.
Oscar likes English muffins. Lee, what's your favorite muffin?
Don't like muffins.
Lee doesn't like muffins, so the UK is split.
Why did you even ask?
Country
Oh,
divided.
boy.
First Brexit, now muffins.
Boy. Have any of the weigh-ins happened, buddy? They're right in front of you, but you should be able to see the weigh-ins on screen, and no misses. I will do a rundown soon, guys. I will summon Alex Pereira. Don't worry. I just want to see if there's anything else we need to comment on. All right, let's do it. The very first fighter to weigh in was Khalil Rountree Jr. Guys, he's making a statement. Coming in 205 pounds. We're still waiting on his opponent, as I've mentioned. Our co-main event, though, is official. Bantamweight champion Raquel Pennington coming in at 135, and her opponent, the former champion Julianna Peña, 134.5. Jose Aldo, we're still waiting on him. Mario Bautista, his opponent, 136. Also coming in at 136 were Kayla Harrison and what we are assuming is a number one contenders bout. Ketlen needed the box of redemption, but that's fine. She made it. And opening up the main card, Roman Dolidze and Kevin Holland both at 185.5. The featured prelim sees Stephen Wonderboy Thompson fight Joaquin Buckley. Thompson at 171, Buckley 170.5. Marina Rodriguez 115.5, facing the young up-and-comer Iasmin Lucindo, who came in at 116. Cesar Almeida, we are still waiting for you, sir, but your opponent, Ihor Potieria, is ready, 185.5. Lightweights Austin Hubbard and Alexander Hernandez weighing in at 156. Ryan Spann, 205.5. He is waiting for Ovince and Preux. Carla Esparza, 115.5 for her retirement bout. She takes on 115. And Court McGee and Tim Means facing off to open up the card. Court McGee, Utah zone, coming in at 170. Tim Means, the Dirty Bird, 171. Dave Sandine, call me crazy. I prefer muffin bottoms. Muffin bottoms are underrated, man. I mean, I get the whole muffin tops thing. That's the way the meat is. No,
That person is crazy.
it's okay. It's
No,
okay. We support.
I reject.
They are
that
not
notion.
crazy. You can't say that. You're not allowed. Muffin bottoms are delicious. We all remember the classic Seinfeld episode where they tried to make a store with just the tops, and the tops need the bottoms, and the bottoms need the tops. And I think the bottoms are great. I'm also listen. I also like the tops, but the bottoms are great. If someone tells me they prefer the bottoms, then I think it's a bit odd. I'm not sure I want to spend time with this person, but that doesn't mean that's wrong.
It's wrong.
70, boy, this is a strong perk. 71%. This is about what I expected. 70, 72%. Guys, you're not telling me. Tell me in the comments. Give me your real predictions. You voting? Love the voting. Give me your comments. We love comments even more. I'll ask about the co-main event later. I'm actually really curious what to say about that. This is a strange card, guys. Oh, I should plug my own work while I'm here. Please, guys, go to MMAfighting.com and read my feature called "The Best Fight Results Ended Up Spoiling Some Highly Anticipated Matchups That We Never Ended Up Getting because we missed those inflection points." So. Obviously, the theme of it is because I feel like this card is built up for Alex Pereira to have a title defense against Rountree, and then maybe move on to a fight with John Jones, Dricus du Plessis. I guess Magomed Ankalaev isn't the sexiest choice, but that's a pretty big fight. That's probably a bigger fight than Rountree, I feel. So it feels like he's being set up. But if Rountree beats Pereira, it spoils everything. And the same goes for Ketlen Vieira and Kayla Harrison. We're all thinking, oh, Kayla Harrison just runs through Ketlen Vieira and challenges for the bantamweight title, or manages to, and then does that, and then convinces Amanda Nunes to come out of retirement. So there's a lot of pieces there. Just on the theme of spoilers, check out the feature on MMAfighting.com. You might forget how close you were to some of these fights happening, and were it not for an outcome here or there that went, not the way that people expected, we would have gotten them. This is including, just to give you guys a little preview here. This is including. We looked like we're going to get Khabib and Tony. I know people are kind of giving up on it at some point. They were booked to fight again at 249. Khabib couldn't travel because of this was in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, and Tony ended up getting walloped by Justin Gaethje, and that was the final nail in Khabib Tony. So we were close, guys. We were close. As of 4 years ago, it was still possible. There's also we thought Randy Couture versus Mirko Krokop. You guys remember what happened there? Michael Bisping and Yoel Romero. They had so much bad blood. We lost that one. We lost the one actually to a couple of results. So MMAfighting.com, guys, the best league plans. Check that out.
Hey,
And
now.
that's what I would recommend if we do.
Cesar
Oh, there we go.
Almeida.
Thank you. Hey, now.
$185.5, the official weight for Cesar Almeida.
$185.5 to Rhea is now official. There you go, guys. I know you guys were all waiting for that one. Oops, sorry, guys. I'm just. So now we are just waiting on Alex Pereira, Jose Aldo, and Ovince Preux. 3 veterans of the game. I mean, when we say veteran, well, Pereira, I mean, yes, veteran combat sports for sure. Jose Aldo, obviously, one of the greatest fighters of all time. And Ovince Preux, the light heavyweight lifer. The man has just been around forever. He keeps finding a way to stick around. He's had some very memorable finishes. He's been on the wrong end of some very memorable finishes. But he keeps showing up, and he keeps getting paychecks. And good for you, OSP. Let me read some of your predictions here, guys. JM25 says Pereira by decision. That would be something.
Oh my God! What are the odds?
I
What
would
are the
love
odds
to
on that?
see. Let's check some. I am gonna find out right now. Let's see here. Hopefully I'm on this. Oh no, here's this other one. FightOdds.io, excellent website. Let's see what we got here. Let's look some props, people.
AK,
Pereira by
question for you.
decision. Pereira by decision. I got it. Yes. Yes.
Raquel Pennington was 135. Question: Was Raquel Pennington
130. 135, correct. Yes, on the.
Just making sure before I push this out.
I'm just looking for Pereira doesn't win inside the distance, so Pereira by decision. Yes, yes, sir. Plus 255. That's the best line I'm seeing for Pereira. Okay. I don't know why they're different, but Pereira wins by decision. Excuse me, way higher. Plus 950. I'm seeing plus 950 on Bovada, but I'm sure you can find a different number. But that is the highest number I'm seeing. Again, thank you to FightOdds.io. You guys are gambling addicts, which I am not, but I do like information. That's the place to go, guys. FightOdds.io to compile all these odds from various websites, and it has all the props and everything. Plus 950 Pereira by decision. Does Pereira have a decision win? Yes, he does. Of course, he won by decision over Bruno Silva
and Jan.
I'm trying to think before
in Utah.
UFC, did he have a decision win?
He fought Jan Blachowicz to a
That's
decision
right. The split,
in Utah.
the split call. Okay,
In
right.
Utah.
Man, I like it. Okay, so his 2 decisions, both in Utah.
That's right.
Both in the UFC.
Think about what you did.
UFC Blachowicz decision and Bruno Silva, his second UFC fight, unanimous decision.
Say it again?
Would
Well
you
done.
like
Thank
some
you,
of
Jose.
my blood?
Yes, please.
Let's see. I also wanted to mention. I don't know if you people caught earlier this week on Media Day, I believe, or I don't say Media Day. Maybe she was. Was it Media Day? I don't know. In an interview, I think I read it on MMA Junkie. Remember the MMA Junkie? Peña said she's not worried about the altitude of Salt Lake City. She has fought before in Colorado. She's fought before in Utah, so she's worried. I should note she lost both those fights. She lost to Valentina Shevchenko via armbar. That was a UFC on Fox event that they headlined in Denver. And she lost to Deanna Bennett in Orem, Utah, February 2013 at a Showdown Fights show. Now, Peña disputes that result. I will say, I will say, I apologize. I don't think I've ever seen this fight.
When?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's out there on YouTube. So
Why?
My cousin was
I don't know
getting
if
a
there
tattoo.
might be some merit. There might be some merit to her saying that it was a close fight that she could have won, but. Hidden says Khalil was supposed to have a weaker clinch game because he started training it late. I'm thinking that might be a big weakness because Alex is dangerous AF in the clinch as the knee KO from side. Yes, probably one of the more underrated aspects of any UFC champion is having a great clinch game. Demetrius Johnson may be the greatest clinch fighter I've ever seen. John Jones, obviously an incredible clinch fighter. It's no coincidence. Yes, those are two of the best fighters who have ever lived. And Pereira also has a very strong clinch game. So yes, and he's won titles in 2 UFC divisions. So good point by Hidden. I don't know about Khalil's clinch game. I will say I don't know if it is weak. That is analysis from again our commenter on YouTube. But if that is a factor, expect that to play out quite evidently on Fight Night. Incredibly surprised. I should find that line. I mean, it's plus 1,000, I see, to even end in a split and majority decision no matter who wins. I don't know if I can find Pereira by split. Oh, here we go. Alex Pereira by split or majority decision is plus 2,200. So if you're willing to throw $5 out the window, I mean, I guess go ahead. I need my odds calculator. Let me see, guys. Let me be responsible for you and tell you what would happen if you bet $5. On a plus 2,200 odds, Alex Pereira via split decision, $5 would win you $110. So again, these are bets I always tell people don't bother. I know everyone says, oh, it's only $2, it's only $5, it's only $10, whatever little amount you're willing to splash on one of these massive long shots. It adds up. $200 this past year on all these weird props that have no chance of hitting. And I know you only need to hit one to get it back. I get it, but guys, there's a reason these things are plus 2,000. And secondly, even if it is only $5, that's $5 you could be spending on yourself. That's $5 you could be spending on someone you love. So the next time you see one of these crazy ass props like Pereira by split majority decision, instead of taking that $5 and throwing and lighting it on fire, maybe just get yourself a hot dog or something. What else we got here? I want to read some more comments before I move on.
A hot dog, he says.
Sure. Mr. Pepe, Alexander Killer Lee joins in round 2 and knocks out both Poatan and Khalil. Guys, I've never been in a fight in my entire life, as you can probably imagine from having seen me, from having heard my voice. But I'm not a fighting man, and I could not knock out 2 8th graders, much less probably 2 highly trained UFC fighters. Scott says Poatan by 2nd round KO. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's kind of what makes the most sense. What else we got here? Lazy Ben. AK, I've been asking this everywhere. 307 is the oldest average age in UFC history. Any thoughts on what that signifies? Anything? Yeah, you know what it signifies, guys, is you're going to get some quality MMA. You're going to get some quality MMA. There is something to be said. Like, I love this card on paper. I think Mike is with me as well. Maybe just because we're old. But listen, Contender Series is great. Seeing fresh blood on UFC cards is great. Love that. But there is something to be said about, 1, respecting the OGs of the sport, and 2, just seeing people who know what the F they're doing. Like, we see people, you complain all the time, fans complain all the time now, oh, the fight quality has dropped off. Yeah, that's because you're getting guys who have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 UFC MMA fights. And that's fine. Good for these guys for getting the UFC, guys and gals for getting this UFC opportunity. But obviously they're not as well-versed, not as experienced as someone like a Stephen Thompson, as someone like a Ovince Preux, as someone like a Jose Aldo, a Ketlen Vieira, just a lot of veterans on here. Court McGee, Tim Means. So I know these names don't jump off the page anymore as far as excitement. I get it. You're not like, oh, Court McGee and Tim Means are fighting. Like, I have to tune in. I understand your average fight fan doesn't think that way. These guys are fighters. These are good fighters who are still capable of putting on exciting fights and are just capable. This is true of any sport. I know people complain when they see like say the NBA. They're like, oh, I can't believe this guy is still in the NBA. He's been in the NBA for 15, 16 years, like an Udonis Haslem type guy. All he does is sit on the bench. He plays maybe 2, 3, 4 minutes a game. But these people are the backbone of teams. They're the backbones of organizations. They're the backbones of leagues. They exist for a reason. They keep things professional. They keep things at a certain level of quality, very broad sense. I think pro wrestling is an even better example. If you guys want to really like that, Dustin Rhodes, you guys like Dustin Rhodes in AEW. He's been wrestling for like 30 years.
Is he in AEW
and I'm
still?
sure he's never going to be a world champion again. He's not like a needle mover anymore. He is still in AEW, yeah.
Isn't his
He's the
contract over?
ROH, our AEW/ROH. Anyway,
I see.
but you watch. I don't know. I think I heard that recently. You watch him and you see the difference between him and like a super exciting athletic guy who's been wrestling for like 3 or 4 years, and then you watch a guy like Dustin Rhodes who has all the tools and knowledge of wrestling for the past 30 years, and you can tell the difference. You can tell that someone who's just been doing it, someone who hasn't. And to bring it back to MMA, this card has a lot of people who have just been doing it and doing it well for many years. So that's why I'm excited for this card. The average age thing, I think that's a feature, not a bug. I'm happy to see it. I understand if it's not of the same interest to other people, if they just want to shrug it off and say, oh, these are all people who are past their primes and not contenders. That to me is not what MMA is about. That to me is not what watching fights is about. I of course, we write a lot on contenders and champions and rankings. We have the MMAfighting.com rankings. Check those out. Those things matter, but so do, again, just people who have been in the business for 10, 15 years, 25 fights, 30 fights, 35 fights.
UFC featherweight champion, and now the number 10 ranked UFC bantamweight contender, the King of Rio, Jose Aldo Jr. $136, the official weight for Jose Aldo.
$136 for Jose Aldo, looking as miserable as ever on the scale. Has never gone a weigh-in day, but boy, once he gets in that cage, you cannot find a happier guy. I summoned him, Jose. I summoned Jose Aldo with my veteran talk. Respect the veterans, please. When they're gone, they're gone. We are only waiting now on 2 light heavyweights, Alex Pereira and Ovince St. Preux, not fighting each other, obviously. Pereira's opponent, Khalil Rountree, made weight 205, and OSP's opponent, Ryan Spann, made weight 205.5. But we are still in the first hour, guys. I will remind you, the first hour is when they're encouraging all the fighters to show up and to only use the second hour if they come in a little bit heavy in the first hour. But so far, no issues. And we got 15 minutes to go. So there's plenty of time for Alex Pereira, plenty of time for Ovince St. Preux. The only regret I have, I love the new weigh-in format, guys. My only regret is I don't get to spend as much time with you. I don't get as much time with you. What else we got here? Ojos de Ebano. When Khalil KOs Pereira tomorrow night, it's going to hit like fentanyl. Jesus. That is a hell of a line. Yeah. Topical, I guess. Hidden. Holy effing hell. Aldo looked bad in the scale. Guys, he's always looked like this. Look at his weigh-ins during his prime. The man does not enjoy weighing in. Does not enjoy, and really no
former title challenger Ovince St. Preux. $205.5, the official weight for Ovince St. Preux.
$205.5 for Ovince St. Preux. So yes, we are just waiting on the main event light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira. Poetan, the star of the show, maybe getting a little bit of a diva, eh, guys? The biggest name in the UFC right now, I think it's fair to say, who's actually fighting. I guess you want to count John Jones, but again, he's not actually fighting until November. Been out for quite a while. Conor McGregor, I mean, you guys saw that dual bit stream. We all saw it. Wasn't very encouraging. People are asking, MMA fighting, are you at the weigh-in or just home? Both. As Alex Kayla in beautiful North York, Ontario. Meanwhile, the man of the man on site always, Jose Youngs, of course, guys, is bringing you this beautiful feed. So Jose Youngs there. If you have any on-site questions for Jose about Utah, Salt Lake City, hit me up in the chat, guys. I will relay to him. Freddie, why isn't UFC streaming it? You know, it doesn't matter because you've got this stream, so I'm not even gonna mention it. Plushy pictures. I have a bad feeling every fight except the main event is going to decision. Long a concern to have for sure. Let's look at the card here and just kind of thumbs up, thumbs down. What fights have a really good chance of going to decision, which ones don't. The opener: Court McGee, Tim Means, very high decision possibility. Carla Esparza, Tisha Pennington. I mean, take the over. Ryan Spann, Ovince St. Preux. Both guys can finish, but both guys definitely have some. I'll lean towards a finish there, but I could see a lot of people looking at that and saying that's going to go to the cards. Cesar, Almeida, and Ihor Potieria better not go to the cards. That's got to be a knockout. Please, someone knock somebody out. Austin Hubbard, Alexander Hernandez, absolutely can go to a decision. Joaquin, Buckley, oh boy, that looks like a decision. Dolidze, Kevin Holland, I'm going to say finish. Vieira, Harrison, I'm also going to lean finish, but if you guys think Vieira has a chance, it's probably Vieira decision. Aldo, Bautista, very good chance that goes to a decision. Pennington, Peña, very good chance that goes to a decision. And Pereira, Rountree, I would imagine goes to a knockout. So I think that was about maybe how many fights are there in total? 14? 12. Wow. That was embarrassing. I think we said about 9 out of the 12 fights have a pretty good chance of going to a decision. And oh, here he is.
Champion Alex Pereira. 205, the official weight for the champ, Alex Pereira. And with that, your championship main event for UFC 307 is official. And we will see all of you fine individuals at the convention center for the weigh-in 4 p.m. local time. One more sleep.
That was 205 for Alex Pereira, guys. So there we go. That is it. They are. I hear people moving things around, Jose. It sounds like they are cleaning up and kicking you guys out.
Yeah, I'm going to import it. And
is that the dealio?
Oh, shit. Came back for a while. You didn't forget it all, huh?
All right, sir. I don't think he was talking to me there. I'm going to send Jose the graphic one more time, see if we can get that on the screen, and I'll do a rundown. Otherwise, guys, again, you can go to MMAfighting.com, check out our weigh-in results page, and you will have them right in front of you. But for those of you in the chat, I do want to provide a graphic one more time. Let's see if I can get Jose. Jose is they are now kicking Jose out.
What's happening?
Sorry, guys. We didn't even get a chance. Nothing. I said, "Are you?" I sent you another graphic.
Coming right up.
AK's my boy. We both love big cans. Oh! I was gonna. I mean, headphones, guys. I'm wearing very, really big headphones. I'm not on screen. I forgot I wasn't on screen. I should have read that comment. We should have the weight coming up. Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds.
I'm asking who is the main event backup. Well, I don't think we have one for the main. And Kayla Harrison has been saying that she wants to be the backup for the co-main. But again, everyone made weight so far for those 2 bantamweight bouts, so I don't think that's really going to matter. But.
There you go, okay.
Oh, hidden in the comments saying maybe fighters gas out and we get a lot of finishes. Maybe.
There you go, okay.
But again, these are professionals, guys. Like that's the other thing with pros is they tend to not gas out. All right, I see it, Jose. Beautiful work, beautiful work. So there is our graphic, guys. Let's do a quick rundown, and we will get out of here. Our main event is official. The champion, Alex Pereira, at 205. The challenger, also champion weight, 205 pounds, Khalil Rountree. In the co-main event, Raquel Pennington, Julianna Peña grudge match. It is on. Pennington defending her title for the first time. She came in at 135 pounds. The challenger, Peña, 134.5. Jose Aldo coming in at 136 for his fight with Mario Bautista, also 136. Kayla Harrison, also 136 for her fight with Ketlen Vieira, 136. Ketlen needing the Box of Redemption, the only fighter to use it today, but did so successfully. Opening the main card, Roman Dolidze returning to the middleweight division. He's at 185.5 to fight sometimes welterweight, sometimes middleweight Kevin Holland, who is also 185.5. Closing out the prelims, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson at 171. Facing the streaking Joaquin Buckley, who came in at 170.5. Marina Rodriguez, 115.5, facing early 20s contender, veteran. Cesar Almeida, 185.5. His opponent, Ihor, Potieria, 185.5. Their middleweight bout is official. Lightweights Austin Hubbard and Alexander Hernandez both came in 156 for their fight. Ryan Spann and Ovince Preux both came in at 205.5 for their light heavyweight bout. Carla Esparza, the retiring Carla Esparza, farewell and happy trails, came in 115.5 for what will be her last ever weigh-in. No more worrying about that cut, Carla. And Tisha Pennington, her opponent, 150. And Court McGee and Tim Means opening up the card. McGee at 170, Tim Means at 171. Thank you, Jose, for the graphic. Thank you, Jose, for the camera work. Thank you, Jose, for uploading those clips to social, guys. Jose, I'm assuming you want to log off now. You don't want to replay the weigh-ins right now.
You can't. Unfortunately, we got to get some work done. So next time we'll have clips. You know what? You can go on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, all of the socials.
Thanks. MySpace, Snapchat.
I wish, dude.
WhatsApp. Yeah, check out our socials. Check out our socials. Complete weigh-in highlights also on YouTube eventually. If you missed Ihor, for all you Ihor Potieria heads out there who are really sad you missed it, we will have an MMAfighting.com, MMA Fighting YouTube. So thank you, Jose. Thank you to everyone tuning in who left nice comments, bad comments, voted in the poll. We love you guys very much, and we hope you have a great time, whether you're in Salt Lake City or watching from home, checking out UFC 307. This is Alex Lee for MMA Fighting, signing off.